Find your love. You deserve to be happy. Go out there, find the person you love, move on, and then you'll never even remember that you dated each other. You don't remember your exes. You only remember your O's. I just made that up. What do you think?
Not sure.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just the good guys. Whoa.
Tell me what you're wearing. What are you wearing today?
I don't know. I think this is from Paige. Basically, like, this is my uniform, which is like reigning champ, tapered pant. It's a Canadian company. You know how I love our northern brethren. Tariffs or not, I didn't vote for them. And it's just, you know what? It's a tapered. You know what this is? This is a grown-up pant. These pants are for grown-ups. Okay, these pants come with taxes and with foot problems. But you know what? They're worth it.
You're looking gorgeous, Josh. Worth it.
Thank you.
We love the tapered look. We love the Canadian pant. We love it all. We love it all. And an adult pant is important, Josh. An adult pant is important. And a versatile pant is important. Let me tell you, Josh, the pants that I'm currently wearing, these theory pants that I've spoken about a number of times, both work in this setting. They also look like suit pants. So when I put on a suit, they perfectly match the jacket. They look like suit pants. They have an elastic waist. It's fantastic. Out of this world. Highly, highly recommend. And then this schlubby long sleeve tee is a James purse. You wouldn't know it because it's a little bit oversized. I wore it both when I was 280 pounds and now that I am 248, 9 above my low, but still trending down. James purse. And in case you're wondering, Ben, what are you nuts? You back to wearing glasses? I ran out of contacts. I'll do that with my what are you nuts later. I'll go into that story later, but I ran out of contacts. It's really not my fault. I ran out of contacts.
First of all, love James purse. I'm more of a James handbag guy myself, but I digress. I hate myself. But I really like you in glasses.
Thank you. You do.
Are you averse?
I'm not averse. I wore glasses for a very long time, and one day I just said to myself, you know, Ben, you're looking at the world through something. I just want naked eyes on naked sun. So when I put on contacts, I feel like I'm a little bit less looking through glasses. I don't know how to explain it other than that. When I wear glasses, I'm very acutely aware that I'm seeing you better, but only because I'm wearing glasses, that I'm looking through something. So I prefer just to wear contacts. I also generally like the way that I look better without glasses, but I do happen to think, shout out Oliver Peoples, this is a great frame. It's a larger frame than I'm used to, large circular. The green, I think, pulls out the green in my eyes. Thank you for noticing. And the best part, Josh, $100.
Oliver Peoples, $100?
I said Oliver Peoples. I meant Warby Parker. Cut this out.
That's what I thought you meant. Oliver Peoples, more like $1,000.
Oliver Peoples.
Larry
I used
David
to get.
wears Oliver Peoples.
These were $5.95. I used to get them. Romeo would chew on the corner. I'd be like, "What are you nuts, Ben? You're spending $600 for your dog to use as a chew toy." So I said, "Why don't I try Warby Parker?" Unbelievable.
I like when a man wears a reading glass in an Oakley frame.
Okay.
I like. That just says that guy drives a truck and you know what? And will shit anywhere.
Okay.
I respect.
That's their next campaign. Buy our reading glasses with your shit on the side of the road.
Yeah. I like a sporty frame in a reading glass.
Me too. I love a sporty frame.
I
love reading glasses. They're cool. Like, especially have you ever seen those where they don't have the top? There's no like top bridge. It's just glass and then bottom bridge. That's sick.
It's sick. It's rad, as you would say. I want to see a guy wearing outfielder sunglasses, but with reading glass lenses.
Yes.
Now that would be cool.
Yes, like like a fishing glass, you're saying. A fishing sunglass with the The gradient? Is that what you're referencing?
No, I'm talking about like Oakley frames that you're like, you're left field for the Yanks.
Yeah.
But it's got the lenses you've got in.
Love it. Love it.
Because maybe you're like really aggressively reading, you're like,
yeah.
You need the wraparound.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in. So shout out Warby Parker. Fantastic. Maybe next time I don't even have to pay the $100. Maybe you comp it. Who knows?
I have a question about pooping. So I was thinking about it today. If you are doing the do,
okay,
and there's like some little streaks on the toilet once you're done.
I just need to say, if I was talking about this, you would shut it down. But I'm ready. Keep going. Streaks on the toilet.
I thought about you. You bring out the worst in me. We said this. Are you making it your business to make sure that toilet is clean before you leave? Because I am.
You're wiping somebody else's streaks off of the inside of a toilet bowl?
My own.
Oh, you're okay. So you're saying if you walked in and there was a pristine inner bowl,
that's
and
right.
then you got up and somehow you ended up laser beaming the walls of the inner toilet with your shit.
No, I'm not talking about like some Montezuma's revenge. I'm talking a stripe or two. It leaned left. It went right.
I am 100% never putting my hand in the bowl.
You're leaving the stripe, huh?
I am a top of bowl guy. If I left maybe a loose hair, if there was a drop of maybe urine that made its way onto the seat, I'm cleaning the seat after I leave. My hand does not go below the seat.
Oh, that's Meshuggah. You're crazy.
Oh my God, you're crazy. What do you bring? Dawn power wash and a sponge every time you take a shit?
What if you went to your in-laws' house? You're at Jackie's. You're staying over at Jackie's in Boca, and you use her guest bathroom, and you see a stripe or two. You're not getting in there?
This is different. If you're afraid of the person whose bathroom you just took a shit in.
I'm afraid of everyone. I'm afraid of the 76 gas station attendant.
No, I'm not cleaning the gas station inner bowl. But
I'm afraid of the Bloomingdale's janitor.
But I am cleaning Jackie's because the same way, if I left it a little bit too smelly, I'm searching high and wide for an air freshener. I'm not leaving that bathroom stinky. That's not right. But if I go to the local mobile and I left the streak, you better believe that streak's being left for the next person.
Okay. Fair enough.
What else, Josh? What else?
No, I think about these things, and I know. I don't have OCD, but I find like these OCD type ritualistic things reveal themselves. They reveal themselves to me, and I'm like, wow, like I didn't consider it, but I gotta get things. I'm a little bit of a finger sniffer, I think.
It's possible. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. I got things. I got rituals. I like things nice and clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I let me know if you do this. I do this, and people are shocked when I tell them that I do this. If I'm in a public restroom, I'm going and I'm putting some water down on a paper towel, and I am cleaning the top of the seat.
Oh, good.
And then,
I thought you were pre-wetting toilet tissue.
Oh God, that's vile. Ugh,
can you imagine?
Yucky.
I just imagine Ben. That's what Ben's like. Hello.
Ew, like making my own wipes. It's disgusting. No, I'm cleaning the top.
BYOW.
I'm cleaning the seat and then I'm drying the seat. Are you doing that?
Never in my life, and I don't use seat protectors either because it's called being a grown-up.
I know.
And accepting responsibility.
Yeah, but you're gonna get an ass pimple.
Grow up.
Those are fun. I don't want a pimply ass.
Those are fun. If you don't have some form of eczema, I don't trust you.
I definitely have eczema. I just don't want a pimply ass, okay? I don't want it. No pimply ass.
It is what it is. Like when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't, do the deed in public, or I can't do it on a plane." please grow up.
No, that means that
You know,
don't need
AI's going to take over. AI's going to be crapping for us soon. Enjoy it while you can and do it at Target.
that means that you don't need to do it enough. Anybody who's ever said that they can't do it somewhere has never felt the runs. Okay? You don't have a fucking choice. You know how thankful you are that you somehow popped right to your right is a Hillstone you can walk into, and it's not like a McDonald's where you're punching in 4 numbers and waiting for the homeless guy to come out and then you're exploding. Okay? If you have to explode, you are going wherever you can.
Oh, dude, if I need to make boo-boo and I run by a restaurant, what I'll do is I'll walk in and I'll wave like someone's waiting for me, and I'll look at the host and I'll be like, "He's right there."
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's an extension of the
buying
fake
a
phone
soda.
call, Josh. That's an extension of the fake phone call. That's very good.
Done. Sorry. Meanwhile, I'm going to go blow up your bathroom.
There's nothing worse. These people need to stop charging, though. Sometimes you'll walk in for customers only. You wish.
Customers only. Give me a break.
Give me a break.
I mean, look, the truth is that every morning, if the deal does happen, I do finish and I walk out of my bathroom and go, I got the poison out.
Yeah.
Like, I just, you know what I mean?
I do.
I go I think like, good boy. I got the poison.
While we're talking about this, and then we'll stop talking about this, the last 2 mornings, I've had 3 shits each in the morning.
Wow.
I've woken up, taken a shit. I've had my AG1, I've taken a shit. I've had my coffee, I've taken a shit. 3 shits before 10 a.m., 2 mornings in a row. You talk about removing the poison.
Oh, God. You're fumigating your insides. You tented your intestines.
I did. A lot of liquid. God, we've lost all the Drake listeners. They're gone.
Does it ever hurt your feelings to think that our wives do the same? Sometimes it hurts my feelings.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting. All that I hope that they're successful. That's all. I hope they're successful. There's nothing worse than the lack of success. You have that belly pain, you go to the bathroom, no go. That's a tragedy.
That's never happened to me.
Really?
Yeah, man. Eat some fiber and be a grown-up.
It's never happened to you?
Baruch Hashem.
Okay.
I mean, thank God. I don't know from that. I mean, now I'm being married to a woman and a woman with sisters and a mother and people and girlfriends. I hear about a lot of tummy issues. I mean, Olivia, feel free not to check in here. I'm not talking about you specifically because I won't be able to look at you in the eyes anymore.
I have tummy issues. Plenty.
But I hear like a lot from my wife's friends. There's a lot of tummy issues going on and a lot of forums amongst the friend group about tummy issues. Okay, good. Don't look at me in the eyes. No, I'm kidding. I love you no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have tummy issues.
Easy.
You're saying this is a gendered thing? I have plenty of tummy issues.
I'm slightly gendering it, yeah.
I think it's religious,
and I'm not
too.
okay with it.
It's religious, too. The Jews have terrible tummy issues, for the most part.
Let's not project these monoliths on us.
No,
I don't think we are all these things.
Josh, all you got to look at is the classic Jewish diet. Josh, you're telling me that you wouldn't get a tummy ache from gefilte fish coming from the container, and then we're going to give you cholent, which is essentially a beef stew mixed with chili? Of course you're going to get a stomach ache.
You think we're the only people eating cholent?
What'd you say?
You think we're the only people eating cholent? A beef stew? Stew is universal. Everyone's got a stew.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Okay, maybe I'm projecting stereotypes. Maybe I am the problem.
I'm just trying to level us up.
You're right. I saw Page 6 posted something. Kanye West, he was wearing a diamond swastika.
Really?
Yes, I wanted one.
You're like, I wish I'd sold it to him. The money is green.
I bet you, by the way, and then we'll stop pushing stereotypes, a Jewish jeweler for sure made him that diamond swastika. He's like, somebody's got to make $1 million.
100%, and shout out our people. That's right.
If it's not them, if it's not me, it's you. So why should you get it? He's getting it
Picture
anyways.
energy. That's what I am talking about. That was why, I was uniquely proud to be in Oppenheimer for many reasons, but one in particular was that the three major roles of that movie being the director, the legendary, our greatest living director, Christopher Nolan, Cillian Murphy, and Robert Downey Jr., all non-Jews, and Cillian and Robert playing Jews, the two biggest parts in the movie. Did you hear a single Jew scoff? No, because we knew that we were working with the greatest living artists of our time and that they would do right by us. That's what mattered. And it made me proud.
If it wasn't Downey Jr. and it wasn't Nolan, then we would have had a problem. If it wasn't Murphy, we would have had a problem. If they threw random B-list celebrities in here, we would have had a problem. But we're not going to go against the A-team. The A-team wants to be Jews. We're down.
Down the clown.
For sure. For sure. Down. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Neutrafol. Folks, everybody's hair journey is different, so I'm losing a little bit on the top of my head, okay? At least it's not like my great aunt, who my dad swears had palm hair. She grew hair on her palm. What are you, nuts? Puts into perspective that really a little on top isn't a problem, and it's especially not a problem when you have a wonderful solution like Neutrafol. Because, folks, your hair is so much more than what you see when you look in the mirror, okay? From stress and nutrition to hormones and lifestyle, so many internal factors affect what you see on the outside. With Nutrafol's science-backed whole-body approach, nourish growth from within and achieve your best hair yet. Neutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people, most importantly me. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Neutrafol. Folks, thinning hair is different for men and women, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth simply doesn't cut it. Neutrafol has multiple formulas for men and women that are tailored to different life stages, such as postpartum or menopause, and lifestyle factors such as a plant-based lifestyle, so you can get just what you personally need. So folks, what more do you need to hear? Start your hair growth journey with Neutrafol today. For a limited time, Neutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Neutrafol.com and enter promo code GoodGuys10. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Neutrafol for healthier hair. Neutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code GoodGuys10. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Booking.com. Booking.yeah! Every time I use Booking.com to find a place to stay in the U.S., I know they'll have exactly what I'm looking for. They have a huge variety of options from hotels to vacation rentals, and I know I can find exactly what I'm looking for. I found Booking.com has something for everyone. Folks, planning a family vacation is difficult. Some people want to go to the beach. Some people want to go to the mountains. Some people want to go to the city in the summer. What are you, nuts? Avoid the city in the summer. It's too hot. It's too hot. I know you're looking at hotel prices. You're like, oh, New York City in the summer, it's pretty cheap. Yeah, there's a reason it's pretty cheap. You understand? You're going to be sweating your kishkas off. It's no good. Go to the mountains. Go to the beach, go somewhere beautiful. Honestly, screw the beach in the summer. Let's go to the mountains. Let's go somewhere beautiful. Where should we go? Maybe we go to Colorado. That sounds nice. Or maybe we go to Utah. Or go to Montana, ride some horses. Feel like you're in the great outdoors. You can really smell the outdoors. Go do something gorgeous like that. And we're going to go on Booking.com and we're going to find the perfect place, okay? The absolute perfect place for you and your family. No matter who you are, Booking.com helps you find the stay that's ridiculously right for you. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
I hate even platforming it, but was Kanye also in the black Ku Klux Klan outfit in the interview you're talking about with the diamond swastika?
I didn't notice. If he was, the hood was down.
I don't know. We're gonna cut all this, so I'm just gonna go off. But like, you see all these people in these videos with him now, and like interviewing him, and these people like you're all a bunch of fucking sycophants. Like you are the truly shameful. Like this is a guy who's mentally ill, but not only are you profiting off the mentally ill, but you're also profiting off of like pure hate in its fucking most pure concentrated form, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
It's awful. And you know how much we love the New York Post and Page Six. Shout out, love them. The way that the amount that they fucking post Kanye makes me sick. I commented every time. I'm like, stop posting him. Do not show me him in a diamond swastika. I don't care. I don't want to see it. Stop posting him. Okay? Stop it.
And you know what my final like red line was with him? He said John Legend smells like mashed potatoes.
Oh, oh my God. In what context?
Where do you, just random. Where do you get off? And what kind? Au gratin?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
I wish. God, honestly, I'd love to smell like mashed potatoes. Garlic mash, little cheese, butter, scallions.
Was his marquee song originally Ordinary Potatoes? And does Chrissy Teigen have a kink? No, I'm kidding.
When does this come out? In like the 20th? So my birthday was 2 weeks ago.
I know you have a big birthday tomorrow. I got you a present. Want to know what it is?
Oh, you did?
It's at your house.
Oh my God.
Can I ruin it?
Yeah.
It's 2 pairs of Air Force One.
You are a gem. You are a gem. Thank you.
Love you.
Bless you. Love you more. Thank you so much. That is overly generous. So sweet. Yes, my birthday is April 3rd. It is a great birthday. I am excited. I am turning 33 years old. I've been known to throw a real rager. We are not doing that this year, Josh. We are not. Claudia and I are having dinner. And then we are popping over to the Maidstone Inn in Connecticut. And we are going for a lovely spa weekend. It's partial mini moon, partial little birthday weekend. That's what we're doing. And yes, happy birthday to me. Thank you for the generous gift. And yeah, you know, I love birthdays. I love birthdays.
How good is it to know that at any moment you will have 2 fresh pair of all white Air Force Ones, your main sneaker, as needed?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to have them already there, because I'd never pre-stock up. You need somebody to do that for you. And the fact that you've done that for me, you've made it so that if I'm just going out on the town and I want some fresh, clean, white kicks, they're already in my house.
I remember Dame Dash, who started Rockefeller Records with the great Sean Carter, Jay-Z.
Shout out.
Once did a Cribs, and he took out a pair of brand new Air Force Ones and he licked the bottoms.
Wow. It's gross.
And you can do that when you have a fresh pair. I want a video of that, Ben.
By the way, you should do that for your next How About Now? Having a good day?
Just the full lick. I love it.
Yucky.
Are your wife is within, are we allowed to say like within a month or 2 of giving birth?
Yeah, we're in shouting distance.
Will she be able to enjoy, like, I wonder if like in her 8th or 9th month, if my wife would even enjoy a spa experience or a baby moon. Like she gets so uncomfortable.
Yeah, she does. But what makes her comfortable is being rubbed deeply.
Pampered.
Deeply rubbed. Deeply
But
rubbed.
you can't be deeply with that baby.
My wrist, no, on the shoulders, of course. The shoulders.
Yeah.
Deeply on the shoulders. No, we go nowhere near the stomach. My wrists, Josh, are about to break. Every night I'm rubbing. My fingers are falling asleep. I should really see a doctor. My wrists, gone.
You know, with the prenatal massage, my wife always has gripes with it because she's like, they can't really get in because they want to be very careful. Like, I would say now, all the way till birth, like when you're in that final trimester, I don't even think you can do feet and legs because that could send someone into labor.
Yeah, you might not be able to. We're a little outside of that go zone, just outside of it. Hopefully it's fine. If not, I mean, who knows? But I think she's too pregnant for the stomach down use of the pillow. I'm sure you've seen those pillows where they basically put the belly in the pillow. That's a nice experience when you're in like your 2nd trimester. But yeah, any later, you got to be on your side. which is just not, it's not the same. It's not the same. That said, Big Daddy's getting a big, deep tissue.
Oh, hell yeah. Big Daddy's getting a big, happy ending. I
Oh!
worked hard these last 7 months.
Should I start calling myself Big Daddy?
Yes.
Okay, Big Daddy. I just called you Big Daddy.
Big Daddy. I'll tell you something about, since we're both fathers to be of new babies, and hopefully you won't make this, it's not a mistake, but I'm giving you a heads up.
Tell me.
So we're reconfiguring the rooms in our house because we have 4 bedrooms on the upstairs.
Wow.
And we have the master, a guest
Four
room.
bedrooms up and 3 in the maid's quarters.
Yes. And so we have the master, a guest room, and then we have the 2 kids' rooms. And Max and Shai obviously had separate rooms, but now Max and Shai are sleeping in the same bedroom together, where we got Max bunk beds and we're redoing the rooms so that there's a nursery for the baby. And before this, when Max had his own room, his bed, the foot of his bed was right by the switch to turn off the lights. So Max and I had this ritual every night where I would read to him for, 15 minutes, and then we'd talk for a minute or two, and then we would wrestle over who would get to turn off the light. And of course he would always win, and then he would free fall back into the bed, and he'd go to bed. And I knew that we were going to redo the rooms and whatnot, and slowly things were arriving. So Saturday night, we do our ritual, and then Sunday morning, my wife goes, "Hey, this stuff's here. My dad can help us. Let's start switching the rooms over." And I realized Sunday night when I was putting him to bed in his new bed, in his new room, that was the last night we got to play that game.
Oh.
And I remember there were, always a handful of nights where you're freaking exhausted and you're like, I don't want to fight you over this switch. But I would say to myself, remember, you won't always do this. So have the energy. And it made me very sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's very cute, though. You'll develop a new ritual. You'll get a new one.
Totally.
Maybe before Betty can punch you in the face every night.
Yeah.
That's the new ritual. Just a black eye. Just a...
I'm ready. I mean, it's shout out Steve Levitan. And while I don't watch Modern Family, because I don't watch anything, I've seen this clip. It's clearly a brilliant show. I saw this clip, this Ed O'Neill clip. Have you ever seen it circulated?
I've seen the show, so I've probably seen the clip.
Yeah.
What is it? Describe the scene.
It's Ed O'Neill, and who obviously formerly Al Bundy, brilliant actor, and he talks about what it is to have a child, and he says, you have this baby, and they have the cutest little fat folds, and you love them, and they're so scrunched and adorable, and then they lose the fat folds because they become a toddler. But then they have this incredible smile.
Yeah.
And they look at you and they just light up when they see you. And then eventually they get a little bit older and they're not that toddler you fell in love with, but then they're like these wonderful little people who have the most brilliant questions.
Yeah.
And you just want to tell them everything that you can. And at each stage, you're trading one thing for the other until finally you don't trade anymore.
Yeah.
You just let them go.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at StoryWorth. Folks, you guys know me and my mom, we're thick as thieves, okay? Absolutely love my mom, talk to her every day, see her as much as I can, but we're incredibly, incredibly close. And I wanted to make Mother's Day extra special this year for my mom because she means so much to me. That's why I'm giving her a unique, heartful gift that will truly make her feel loved. It's called StoryWorth, and you should check it out. Each week, StoryWorth emails your loved one a memory-provoking question that you get to help pick. Questions like, did you ever get in trouble in school? Or how did you decide how many children to have? All your loved one needs to do is respond to that email with a story. Long or short, it doesn't matter. They can either write a story or record it over the phone for StoryWorth to transcribe. You'll be emailed a copy of your loved one's response as they're submitted over the course of the year. You'll get to enjoy their retelling of the stories you already know and be surprised by stories you've never heard before. After that year of fun, StoryWorth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. Folks, we need something like this. The photo album, it's gone. Remember sifting through your beautiful family's photo albums? You get to see, I don't know, your grandparents during wartime or whatever. We don't have that. StoryWorth is bringing that back. We need physical connection, physical memories. I absolutely love StoryWorth, and I love this initiative. Families love StoryWorth. That's why it has over 40,000 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, with millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. Give all the moms in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll all cherish for years. StoryWorth. Right now, save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/goodguys. That's storyworth.com/goodguys to save $10 on your first purchase. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Robody. Folks, you know we love an injection at the Good Guys podcast, okay? We love GLP-1s. We are the poster children, or I should say I am the poster child for GLP-1. They work. They absolutely work. They don't work by themselves. You should work with somebody, which is where Ro comes in, and you should be in the gym. I'm telling you, if you don't go to the gym, unfortunately right now, I'm out of my routine. Bad Ben. I need to get back in the gym because you end up losing muscle mass. And what's the point in losing all the weight if you're a shrimp? We don't want to be a shrimp. We want to be big. We want to be strong, okay? We want to be healthy and great. And that is where Ro comes in. Do you want the fastest working GLP-1s for half the list price? Of course you do. Ro's got you. Ready to lose an average of 15% of your weight faster? Meet the latest offering through Ro. Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss vials for half the list price of auto-injector pens without applying insurance or savings cards, and with results you can see faster. If you're prescribed, lose 15% of your weight on average in a year. This formula from Eli Lilly hits not one but two hormones to curb hunger and with less nausea. Your Ro-affiliated partner can help you understand if GLP-1s are right for you and your goals. But that's just the beginning. Ro members have support throughout the process, which is so important. Do not do this alone. Plus, you can sign up online from the comfort of your home. That means no waiting for an in-person doctor's appointment, no commute to the doctor's office, and no waiting rooms. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. What more do you need to hear? Join the over 385,000 people who have already chosen Ro to access GLP-1s. So folks, go to ro.co/good to see if you qualify. That's ro.co/GOOD to see if you qualify. Go to ro.co/safety for boxed warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. 15% weight loss is based on a study in non-diabetics with obesity or with overweight with a weight-related condition on 5 milligrams of medication and when paired with diet and exercise. Half the list price when compared to auto-injector pens and when paying cash without applying insurance or savings cards.
You never know when's the last day you pick up your kid. Because you just can't pick them up anymore. And it's like, those are the things, right? You're right. Everything is a trade and it's totally worth it. But it's hard to let go of those stages.
So profound. That's an 8-minute YouTube clip, Derek. Don't mess up. That was a great, just beautiful, just gorgeous. You're trading, but you're trading for something of equal or greater value. Remember that. We're always trading up.
Yeah,
up. That's beautiful. What kind of bunk beds? Did we theme it? Or what's the color? Did it stay within like your beautiful wife's style? Or what are their rooms? What do they look like?
We started with breaking the bank. Okay. These were the early phase talks.
Okay.
She said, I want a built-in. I want to build them into the wall.
Oh my God.
I said, Paige, I'm like, not only is it going to be 20 grand now, it's going to be 10 grand later when we're going to rip it out.
It'll be 100 grand when they break the whole house. What do you mean? They're jumping on the bed. All of a sudden the whole bunk bed falls. It falls through the floor. It lands on the Land Rover. You're screwed.
The foundation's cooked. And she's like, and I want to wood panel the room. I'm like, all right, that's it. Like, somebody call Good Wipes and get them to re-up. Fuck, please. So I'm like, Drake, can you come back on?
That's funny.
And so I go, whatever you want, honey. And she decides against that. And then it's going to be like, all right, so we'll do like a big restoration hardware thing, blah, blah, blah. And then we don't do that. Basically, we went with like a beautifully basic, super cheap bunk bed. But my wife had some particular things. She wanted, first of all, 2 full beds.
Oh.
Full bed on the bottom, full bed on top. Most of the time, it's full bed bottom, twin top. But
Yes.
she said, no, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, and she's smart. She's like, if we have to lay with the kids, it's going to be awful if they're in twins.
Mm.
And as they get older, they're going to be way more comfortable having full beds.
Yes.
But under the bottom bed, in addition, she said, let's also make sure we have, Ben,
A trundle bed.
trundle.
Beautiful. 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 That could be for a sleepover. That could be in case Max and Shy want to sleep side by side maybe one night. Maybe Josh wants a place to sleep. You never know.
That's right.
You never know. So is the trundle a full?
No, no, no. Trundle is a twin.
I was going to say.
Crazy.
Wow. Okay, so we're going full twin. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And is there a theme for the room?
No, I mean, my wife keeps it beautifully. I have to give my wife so much credit. She bought an incredibly basic, but like really as well built and as hardy of an IKEA dresser as you can get, like a 6-drawer standard dresser.
Beautiful.
And it was like pine. And I'm like, what are we burying? What are we doing, a Jewish burial here? Like, what is this? It was just very basic wood grain. She goes, I'm going to work on it. Wow. She spent the next week and a half in our garage, sanding the whole thing.
My God.
Adding to it, like adding wood accents to it, and then made it this beautiful, like light blue color. I'm going to send you a picture. We're going to put it up in the clip.
Did she do a before and after, Josh?
It's unbelievable. Like this beautiful, like,
I'm saying, did she film this transformation?
She should have.
Oh my God. She's a DIY Home Depot. You know how much Home Depot is paying these DIY influencers? She's sitting in your house.
The broad is allergic to money.
That's
and
amazing.
It's beautiful. This gorgeous bronze hardware. She is so talented. And her parents are so spectacular because they want to help. We all help bring it up. Her dad spent all of Sunday, this man spent all of Sunday building these double full bunk beds.
Wow.
I wanted nothing to do with this. I said, I will take the children. And
wow.
The whole time, I sprung for Chinese takeout for dinner. I said, please, it's my honor.
That's amazing. Wow. Mazel
Incredible
tov.
people.
Congrats on these beautiful rooms. Congrats on your beautiful family. Congrats on your beautiful, hardworking, hardware-wearing wife with her tool belt. Unbelievable.
Spectac.
Unbelievable.
Should we get to a story?
Yes.
I agree.
You had something juicy?
Okay. So, this is one because it touches our show. How Paige DeSorbo really feels about ex Craig Conover's new girlfriend, Natalie Buffet. Is her name Buffet? Is it Buffet?
What's her last name?
Buffet.
Wow. All right.
Or like Buffett, like Warren Buffett?
I like Buffet. I'm in.
Paige isn't fazed by Craig dating, a source told Us Weekly. The insider claimed that the Summer House star has been open to dating again too, but is really focused on work. It will take someone extremely special to be able to tie her down, they added. She's a hot commodity, and people are always trying to date her. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, shout out Craig Conover. We are happy when our boy is happy. DeSorbo ended her 3-year relationship with Conover, 37, in late 2024. And apparently Craig is out on the town dating it up.
Good. As he should. Find your love. Find your passion. You deserve to be happy. They both deserve to be happy. So go out there. Find the person you love. Move on. And then you'll never even remember that you dated each other. You don't remember your exes. You only remember your O's. I just made that up. What do you think?
Not sure.
Okay.
You'll be happy to hear this. NYC sees dramatic reduction in murders, shootings in 2025 under NYPD boss Jessica Tisch's leadership. I've got some numbers. Murders dropped to 63 compared to 96 in the first quarter of last year, a whopping 35% decrease. And there have been 140 shootings with 164 victims so far this year, a 23% dip from 182 shootings and 214 victims recorded in the same time period of 2024. Ben, are you feeling this?
No, because crime is too high. It's still too high. Great. There was a reduction. It's like saying that like inflation went from 1 trillion to 999,999 billion. Like, it's too much. What do you say? 160 shootings in the city this quarter?
Focus on the 23% down, Ben.
Yeah, that's what they want us to focus on. Too high, too high, too high. The city, it's too much. I am thinking, is the city slightly better? It might be, Josh.
It's got to be.
It might. I think it's slightly better. I haven't seen that guy that tried to emotionally mug me in quite some time. This, maybe he was picked up off the street, brought back to Tom's River. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better. Okay. Shout out. Thank you, Jessica Tisch. Thanks for your hard work.
Look, Eric Adams has been exonerated. Maybe the world is healing.
Healing. We're here.
It's interesting. I mean, I heard it said, I forget the pod I was listening to. I think it was Ari Shaffir was on Neil Brennan's podcast Blocks, and he was saying how like who's the great comedian who says comedy. He's got the pod with Sam Morrell and Mark Norman, the great Mark Norman.
Yes, he's great.
Mark Norman was on Joe Rogan's pod and or something to that effect. But Joe just asked him, like, how'd you get here? And Mark's like, I took the subway. And of course, Joe, only reading the news, is like, you took the subway? What are you, crazy? And Mark's like, yeah, of course I took the subway. Like, it's the fastest way to get there. And I guess when you saw everything that's been going on over the last couple of years with the New York subway and people getting pushed onto the tracks, of course it's cause for alarm and it's unacceptable. But then you also realize, like, that's one case in 2 million people a day riding the subway, right?
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Discover. If there's one thing we've learned from the entertainment industry, it's just how easy it is to earn a reputation, even if it doesn't reflect who you really are. For example, everybody thinks that Discover is a card that isn't widely accepted, but in reality, it's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Yeah, 99%. So maybe now you'll think twice before judging a book by its cover, unless it's a celebrity cookbook. In that case, judge away. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Philadelphia cream cheese. If there's anyone that knows creamy, it's me. No, I'm kidding. It's Philadelphia cream cheese. It's extremely versatile and can be used to enhance any meal, snack, or anything in between. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. And I mean everything creamier. A dip? Delicious. You want a great substitute for creme fraiche with caviar? Yeah, you can use cream cheese. Level yourself up, folks. You want creamier macaroni and cheese? Throw in some cream cheese. Cream cheese is it. The ultimate thickener. It's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend it. So much more than bagels with cream cheese. How basic are you? Think about Philadelphia cream cheese as a thickener to make everything more delicious and creamy. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. So visit creamcheese.com. I will never get over that URL. I'm sorry. Creamcheese.com. How cool are they? I just went to creamcheese.com and folks, the inspo is there. The inspo for your next meal is there. Desserts, we didn't even talk about desserts. How about a 3-step cheesecake? How about chocolate cookie, no bake cheesecakes? What about a chocolate pomegranate cheesecake mini or a New York style sour cream top cheesecake? The recipe inspo is endless. Philadelphia cream cheese belongs in your desserts. And why not use the king of cream cheese? Philadelphia, huh? They also have whipped cream cheese. How delicious and airy is whipped cream cheese? So delicious. Get their whipped products. Get all of their products. Philadelphia cream cheese, the undisputed king of cream cheese. Everything is creamier with Philadelphia. Visit creamcheese.com for recipe inspiration, and so you can start adding Philadelphia to your recipes at home. That's visit creamcheese.com. So I agree with you completely. That said, the New York City subway just doesn't feel the way that it once felt. It's very dirty. It's very dark. And at times it can be very scary. Like, I do hear stories all the time. No, they're not murders, but they are like a crackhead going and like sitting next to a girl and like kissing her on the cheek. Like,
Oh boy.
like that stuff happens regularly if you're in the wrong car. So it's not that it's, I agree with you on if you think you're going down to the subway to get stabbed, rest assured, you're okay. You're okay. But if you are going to go, if you take the subway enough, you are going to have an encounter that will make your skin crawl. So it's up to you if you want it or not. But the subway is gross. And it's not like, I don't think that everybody's train station is this gross. Like we live, it's very much in the underbelly of the rats. It's like, it's just yucky. And it doesn't have to be. It just is. Like, I feel like we just keep giving the MTA more money and more money and more money and more money and nothing happens. Like nothing changes. Right. We spend so much money. I'd love to know, Olivia, if you could look it up, or Josh, what does the MTA make in a day from tolls, from fares?
Can't even imagine.
Insane, like an insane amount of money they make.
Well, let's count it. If like, let's say 2 million people, but let's say like 500,000 people jump and or like are having some kind of comped fare. So let's say 1.5 million people paying what, $3?
Yes.
So it's 4.5 million, call it, a day.
I would say that's the bare minimum. The bare minimum is what I think they pay.
Wait, Olivia has it.
Yes, I have it. So, this is circa 2018. So let me see if I can find more accurate. But at the time, it was 17.5 million from passenger ticket sales for public transport use per day.
No way.
There you
in
go.
2018.
Yeah,
And
because you're only thinking, Josh, about the MTA as it relates to the subways, but you're forgetting like the Metro North. You're forgetting like an Easy Pass. 18 million a day, folks. 18 million a day. That is roughly, and that's in 2018. That was before price hikes. That's quick math, about $600 million a month. And we can't clean the car?
And that's not including the 19.8 million from dedicated taxes, local taxes, and state taxes, or the 5.5 million from bridge and tunnel tolls.
And
That's
we can't
just the
power wash the cars!
It's insane.
You walk down and they look like cars that were built in the 1960s that haven't been washed since.
But here's what I will say. Is there a fundamental problem with us? And I say that as you see places like Japan and China, but Japan specifically, how clean their subway stations is, how respectful they are of like, they don't jaywalk, like just cultural norms don't, they don't promote like speaking even loudly on the subway. There's like a level of deep respect, right? I was listening to Malcolm Gladwell on the Rick Rubin podcast the other day, who he wrote like, Outliers and so many of like the tipping point, sociology books. He did a deep dive on crime.
Okay.
And he said, America gets a bad rap. He's like, America isn't any more murderous or violent crimes, the worst crimes you can think of. It really doesn't have a higher percentage than anywhere else in the world. The only difference is gun violence. You guys shoot each other way more. You have more access to guns and you use them way more. And so it seemed like a commentary on a cultural thing. So the train seems like a commentary on us as New Yorkers and us as Americans, the way we treat our public transportation. What do you think?
I think, yeah, it could be that. It could be the people working there not caring. It could be misappropriated funds. It could also be just this general mindset that, oh, I'm going to redo it just for them to put it back to shit. Like, Like it could be that. Like I really don't know. I'm stumped when I think about the fact that we're in the same subway cars for many decades. Like you should get a new subway car, like a brand new subway car. Like how much money could that possibly cost? Do it. And what troubles me even more is that if we just said to New Yorkers, and this is more than New Yorkers, it's for everybody, I'm charging you an extra 1% on your taxes, specifically so that we can get brand new subway cars, nobody would have a problem. It's that you don't know where it goes, and you're like, I'm spending so much money. Why didn't you get a new subway car? What did you do? So I don't know if we can like itemize these things, but it would be wonderful if you could see exactly where your city tax dollars really went to. I know they tell you where they went to. Where'd they really go? Where'd they go? Because I'll walk past a New York park and it will be barren. Why are there no flowers? I'm paying for the park. Why are there no flowers? Why are there just sticks and rubble? Like, again, you hear, like, people could be listening to this and they're like, oh, these are first world problems. It's like, yeah, but we're paying first world taxes. That's what it is. I'm paying for it. So I at least deserve to reap the benefits of a high tax society. Otherwise, charge me less tax and then I can live in shit. I won't complain. I promise.
I don't trust you. You'll complain.
I will complain. But Derek, that's another 8-minute clip. God damn it.
So good.
We're firing.
But that's how I am in New York. Like I would pray for my life using a public restroom in New York City. But in LA, I find now that I'm at parks constantly with my kids, overall, every park has a bathroom, which is great. And they're almost always really well kept. I can't believe it. And I like to pish.
This is the difference, Josh. You couldn't catch me. Oh my God. I said that if you have to shit, I'd shit anywhere. I don't think I'd shit in a public park bathroom. I think I would get stabbed. Like, there's nothing scarier to me than a Central Park bathroom. Oh my God. Horrifying. Yeah. Horrifying.
Yeah, you're going to have to go make a lie at Tavern on the Green, a woman rink.
I will. Oh, Rick, it's you.
Should we get to What Are You Nuts before we get kicked out of here?
Yeah.
Our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever, sticking in your craw. Go for it, Ben.
You can go first.
Okay. My What Are You Nuts moment of the week is, and it's probably because I'm bitter, I love going to Barnes & Nobles with my kids. We have the best time, and we love it. They have books, they have toys, they have everything you'd want. Then we go to the cafe and we get drinks. But, you look at these kids' books, and they're, 10, 15 pages max, built on heavy cardboard. It's illustration. It's 2 or 3 lines max if it's for, like, a young kid up till 3 years old. But on the cover, proudly prominent, New York Times bestseller. Are you my daddy? What are you, nuts? What do you want, a trophy? You wrote 11 sentences. Oh, congrats. Mazel. New York Times bestseller. Where's my daddy? I don't know. Ask the duck. Do you know duck? I don't know. Fuck you.
What are you
nuts?
What are you nuts? Oh crap! Give me a second. I had one.
Okay.
Crap.
I'm just bitter because my book Happy People Are Annoying did not make the New York Times bestseller.
It should have. These people are nuts.
God bless you. It would have if I had released it when we had this podcast.
Totally. But you need to release another book. Ooh, maybe we'll co-write one.
Yeah. Or a cookbook.
I love that.
The Good Cooks.
The Good Cooks.
In the meantime, I will close down the episode for Ben. Thank you for listening to the Good Guys podcast. Ben is currently having what he calls brain fog. He probably had a couple bagels before this moment. Nevertheless, listen to the podcast everywhere where you get podcasts, streaming services, what have you. Listen in the car, listen at home, listen in the gym, listen in the sauna. Recently, I was in the sauna and a guy was on speakerphone. That's right, speakerphone. Shout out Equinox, Ben, go.
That's a what are you nuts? You know what else is what are you nuts? And I'm sorry. I love you, Starbucks, but I've been shouting you out nonstop. I spoke about the app. I spoke about all this stuff. There's been no deal. So now I'm going to talk about the negative, okay? This is what you get. Josh, you know, every morning I get my Trenta iced coffee. That's right. That's why I'm shitting 3 times. I have a Trenta iced coffee every morning.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Will you get anything in there?
I'm putting in a couple shots of chai because I thought, you know, chai is delicious, low calorie. I think no sugar. It's chai leaves. What's the problem? A little bit of milk and a Splenda, right? Yeah. Wrong, Josh. Chai. 6 grams of sugar per pump. I'm getting 3 pumps, 18 grams of sugar. Chai should be no sugar. It's the same thing with the matcha. They now switched over to no sugar matcha. Why are you putting sugar in things that don't have sugar in them? There's no sugar in chai flavor. There's no sugar in matcha. What are you, nuts? Leave out the sugar. Josh already shut down the episode. That said, if you didn't give us 5 stars, what are you, nuts? See you next time.
Yeah, review and rate the show. It really helps us. We love you.
We love you. Rate it, review it, subscribe. Otherwise, screw you.